Okie dokie. So, hi everybody. How are you doing today?
Good, good.
Good.
Good. So we're going to talk about landing pages today. And Ricky, I'm just going to tell you right now, I hijacked one of your listings to do it.
Sweet. Which one?
You'll see.
Okay.
Your really, really pretty one.
I hope it's the big one.
I think it is.
Cool.
Anyway, so to get to your landing pages, you're going to log into Command. So we'll just do it. We'll just do it together. And once you log in and it comes up, you're going to come down here to on the left-hand side to the consumer applet. So you're going to click on that. And you're going to see landing pages across the top. You'll see landing pages, agent site pages, guide builder. So it's going to default to landing pages because that's the first one. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a new site. Do you see that over on the right-hand side? So if you click on create new site, you're going to come down on this, I don't know, on this white thing here where it says my agent site or as a standalone page, and you're going to do as a standalone page. Now, I created two that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to walk you through how to do them. And then we can actually create a brand new one. So the first one I'm going to show you is Tech Cafe. Oh, look, this is very interesting. Okay, Tech Cafe listing. No, it's not. So I got these backwards, which is very interesting. We're gonna go to this one. I'm gonna show you how to fix that in just a second. So this is Ricky's listing that I hijacked. And I want you to just kind of take a look at this listing one that I did. So it puts in the picture, it gives you some stats on the property, gives you a little bit of blurb about the property, and then it goes through and it shows all the pictures of the property, right? And as you scroll down, it gives you the details and features, shows you the map. We have a contact form, and then my information, okay? So how did I do that? I'm going to come over here to edit, and I'm going to show you all of the little bits and pieces of it. And feel free to jump in with questions if you have them. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, wrong one. All right, so here we go. So what I did, if you take a look at the left, or excuse me, right-hand side of the page, you're going to see all these different widgets. What I did was I grabbed the listings widget and I dropped it in. Okay, and then I scrolled down, and then I grabbed the where is it? The lead form widget, drop that one in. And then I grabbed the agent branding and I dropped that in. And so it's going to drop in all kinds of generic stuff for you. So you need to come down here on the right-hand side where it says configure widgets. click on that. And you're going to see the widgets that you dropped in are going to be listed here. So we're going to go to listing, and I will browse the listings, and I can grab my listing or whoever else's listing I'm going to help market, right? And I'm going to save and apply when I'm done with that. And what this does is it grabs all the information from the MLS. So I didn't have to do anything. I just searched for the listing and selected the one that I wanted, and then I clicked save and apply, and it did all the work for me. So all of these images, all of the information about the property, all of the details and features, the map, all of that, it just brought it in from the MLS. Then I went to lead form, and here it says the form text, form header text on the right-hand side where it says interested, let's talk. So I can change that if I want to. I don't need to. But what happens here is once you start getting your landing page out and you send it to people, then when they fill in the lead capture form, then that information goes directly into your command. So you don't have to do anything. It'll just show up in command for you. So once I change the header text if I want to, I'm going to click save and apply. And then the last one is my agent branding. And so obviously I'm not a licensed agent, but it's not going to let me go anywhere unless I put a license number in there. So I just made one up that was totally out of context with what the norm is. You can change your headshot. You can put your name in as you wish, your market center address, your email, your direct phone number, office number. And one thing I wanted to point out is, see how I put in the numbers just without, without the hyphen? That's how it put it in down here for me. So if that's important to you, and quite frankly, I think it's easier for people to read it with the hyphens. So I would definitely include those in there. So anywhere you see these red asterisks, you have to put information in there. Okay, so you have to have an email, you have to have a website, you have to have your market center address, etc. So then if you're part of a team, you can drop your team logo in right here. Otherwise, you can just put our DBA logo. If you need that, let me know, I can send it to you. And technically speaking, and after I did this, I thought about it, probably should have the bottom legal footer. So I'll show you where that is. This legal footer right here, you probably should drop that in at the bottom just so that you can put, each office is independently owned and operated. It's probably a good idea to have that. And you'll see that when I dropped in this legal footer down here, it already put it in for me. It put our logo, it put our address, our copyright, and then each Keller Williams office is independently owned and operated, so you don't have to go in and write all of that. I would recommend, and I think Damien would agree, that having those legal footers at the bottom is probably good practice.
It's the legal practice. We have to.
There you go. There you go. So then I'm going to just publish the page. So here's an interesting thing that I just learned about this. You can recycle these pages. So you can create one page and reuse it and just update it as you want, or you can create new pages. So if you're doing pages for listings, there's one thing you want to consider. if you're going to recycle the same page for your listings, then when you are over here, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, go away. You can change the URL, which is exactly what I did here, and I gave it the wrong name. But I could change this to, what was the address of that?
7365
7365.
South Jackson Gap Way.
I'm just going to leave it South Jackson, okay? Now, if I do that and I want to recycle this for another listing, remember that you're going to have to go in and edit that that URL, okay? So I go away. Otherwise, people are gonna keep going to the same address, thinking that that's the one that they were trying to get to, and it's not, right? It's a different house. So just make sure that you do that, or create a new page and, you know, give it just the name it however you want. So okay. So here's another one that I created. This is a video. This is a video landing page that I created. This actually happens to be a buddy of mine, so that's why I grabbed his video. But you can see that I created this landing page with a video and just a little blurb about what this is about. In this video, my friend Steve Dotto gives us a tour around Zoom with some best practices. Okay, so to do that, okay, this little thing it just, I don't know how to make it go away. If I wanted to edit this video, or if I want to walk you through, I'm going to go to the edit. And what I did here was I put in a branded header. So that's this piece right here. And then a video, and that's this piece right here. So once I drop those in, I can come in here to configure widgets and branded header. And again, I can do my headshot and, you know, any logos, but you have to have name, phone number, and email address, otherwise it's not branded. And then for the video part, it gives me a place to put a headline. So all about Zoom with Steve Dotto is what I did right here. And then I just wrote a short description, and you're gonna notice you only have 200 characters here, so you can't give me a big long anything about it, okay? And then my video source, I'm just using a video URL. I grabbed it from YouTube. I insert my video URL right here. However, if you have a video that you have created and you want to put it up there, that's fine. Just make sure that if you're going to use the video upload piece, it is a video that you created and you own the copyright to, because otherwise you can find yourself in quite a bit of trouble if you don't do that, okay? And then you're going to just save and apply. And quick video that you want to send out to your friends. Again, add the legal footer. I did not do that on here. So add your legal footer, and you're good to go. So those are two ways that you can use landing pages. And I wanted to use these two specifically because I think they're one, super useful, but second, the video one I think is very, very good and a little outside the box of what a lot of people are doing, and using these landing pages to send out, videos to your friends or your sphere is a good way to connect with them. And so I'm going to come here and I'm going to edit the URL because this is not a listing. It's a video. And create. So you'll see that giving your landing pages names or custom URLs, or they're also called vanity URLs, is going to help you keep track of what you've got here. Once you have created these and you publish them, then you can also use them for your campaigns and create a campaign around it. Whether it's for a listing, or it's for a video, or just letting people know who you are and what you do. You can totally do that through campaigns with these landing pages.
So how do I take this then once I've got it done and go market it and put it out on Facebook? Is it just a matter of copying the URL?
Yep, it is. You just grab the URL, copy it, and paste it into Facebook.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So these URLs, you can insert them into emails. You can put them out on social. You can send them via text. I mean, you can do pretty much anything that you can do with a regular link, you can do with these landing page links.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So let's create one from the very beginning. So I'm going to go to create new site and as a standalone page.
Okay, Amy, why do it as a standalone page versus doing what the other option was?
Well, because if you do this as part of your agent site, then you're adding a page to your website, to your agent website.
And that's bad?
No, it's not. But if you're gonna do a campaign around your listing, you don't want to send a prospective person to your entire website. You want to just send them to the link that has the picture of the house that you're marketing.
Gotcha.
There's no reason why you can't add all that to your website, but don't clutter your website with that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Use your website as your branded expert website. Use landing pages to send people to a specific place.
Okay.
For
Amy, Tammy asked a question too that said, once she publishes a page on her website, she cannot go back and edit it. Have you tried to edit it once you publish it?
Yeah, so let me show you.
Okay.
Let me go back. Okay. When you're looking at your landing pages, there is over to the far right, there's the three little dots and it's called the ellipsis. If you click on that, you have the edit feature. You can edit your landing pages right there.
Okay. Well, on the website, once you publish a page on your website, you cannot go back in to edit it. You would have to delete it and start over.
So
Just to say.
On the agent site pages?
Yeah, unfortunately. That's on my view. All I have the option, the only option I have is to delete it. I cannot go back in and edit it.
Yeah. You know what? And that's a really good point. And I will take that back to Leslie.
Thank
Tammy,
you.
is that still true? Or Amy, you can still edit them once you've published a landing page though, right? If you didn't,
Yes,
if you didn't do it to your page?
yes. Landing pages, you can go to the ellipsis over here and edit it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I just made a note of that, Tammy.
Thank you. That's what I ran into with my blog. I had built a whole blog page and then published it, and then I couldn't go back in. I'm like, you can't run a blog that way. Okay.
Well, yeah, you can't.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
So I took a class at Smudra, and they really scared us on this about using other agents, even if you have permission, using their listing. And I was totally all for it, but then when I took the class, they were like, you could get in trouble. Don't use anybody's listing unless it's yours. It's not your picture once it goes on to the Smudras on the MLS. And they have their logo on it. It's their logo. And I was just like, uh-oh. So I know that you guys have all said that we just have to ask the agent in our office if we can use their listing, but now I'm really like, I don't know the rules.
So I would say two things to that, Justine. One,
Okay.
I think you need to double check with that particular listing agent and make sure that they've got permission from their sellers written into their listing agreements.
Okay.
And two, double check with Donna on what the laws and rules are.
Okay.
It
It all sounded really great until I took that class right before everything got shut down, and I was like, wait, what?
Of course, right? Those are the
Right?
two things I would do, is make sure that that listing agent's got it written into their listing agreement that, that they're allowed to, use and promote video and things like that in their marketing.
Okay.
tools. And
Okay.
then I would ask Donna as well.
Okay, got it. I definitely love this idea and I wanted to keep doing it, but then I was just like, oh no. And then they said the pictures belong to the photographer and not the agents all the time. And I was like, oh gosh.
So that I can speak to.
Okay.
Yes, the copyright of the pictures technically does belong to the photographer because they are the ones who took it. However, when you are in conversations with the photographer, somewhere written in an email or, however you're communicating with them, but it's got to be in written form somehow. You need to say, that you will be using those photographs as marketing material for your listings.
Okay.
Before, during, and after the sale of the property.
Okay.
Okay? Especially if you're paying for them, because you are, right? You definitely need to put that in there.
Okay.
And, most photographers are going to, come on, if they work with realtors, they know that you're out marketing these properties, right? And it's probably, in their contract somewhere. But I think the language of before, during, and after the sale of the property is important.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Yep. All right, so do you guys want to create a landing page from beginning to end? Or do you want to go on and talk about something else? Are you good with landing pages?
I say do it from ground zero. That's just my vote.
Okay. Anybody else?
That sounds good.
Okay. All right. So we're going to create a new site and we're going to do this as a standalone page and create page. The first thing you want to do is up here in the left hand side, you want to name your page. So I'm going to call this Tech Cafe Test. Okay. And just so you know, there is a little pencil here that would allow you to edit it again if you wanted to change the name. So what kind of landing page do you want to create? Do you want to do a listing or a market snap? Or,
Do a market snap. I would love to see that.
Yeah, do a
Okay.
market snap. That sounds good.
all right. So I'm going to grab the market snap widget and I'm going to drag it and drop it. And then after that, I'm going to add your local expert. So drag and drop that, and here I am. And then my legal footer. Drag it and, oops, did it drop? It didn't. Drag and drop. Come on. There we go. Anything else we should add to it? We have content blocks if we wanted to add a button or a link, but we already have that. Or we can look at layout blocks. So I learned something also about layout blocks. You do not configure the widgets in the normal process that we did. You have to go back to the landing page. So I'm going to drop a list items just so you can kind of see what it looks like. All right, so let's go in and we're going to configure our widgets. So market snap is first. So we're going to just write, check this out. 80109. I don't know what my, Villages at Castle. No, that's not it. I don't remember what it's called. I'm going to just do save and apply. Okay, close enough. Then I'm going to go up here to the arrows where it says new market snap 1 of 4, and I'm going to click that arrow, and that's going to take me to my next widget. So here's all my info. I can change all of this if I want. My link to download the app, I don't know what it is. Somebody happened to have their link to download their app handy?
No, I still don't know if mine's working.
Okay.
I'm looking.
I'm just gonna put something in there and see if it lets me do it. Legal footer. I'm just gonna put independent. Oops.
Amy, where do I find that? The link for my app. Is it on the app or do I have to go back through my KW?
I think it's on your app.
Okay, I'll keep going. I'll find it.
And then I'm going to click save and apply. Oh, look, I did all kinds of things wrong here. Agent services, agent bio. Can I just leave it at that? Oh, I have up to 280 characters, so I went way over. Okay. Let's try that. Cool. Save and apply, and then I'm going to go to the next one. This is the legal footer. We already have that. Save and apply. Next we have, oh, so hold on. This is interesting because it didn't do this earlier. So, okay, I see. So this part of the legal footer is this right here. Oops. Undo. This is really interesting. Oh, and now we'll go back. Okay. So this is all this over here. And then it seems like, so it seems like what it's doing is it's giving me the option to edit these blocks right here on the left-hand side where it says title here. And earlier, when I was playing with this, it didn't give me that option. So I don't know what to say about that. This is really interesting. Thank you, Command, for making me look like a fool. And we have two legal footers.
Amy, if you go back to step 1, up where it says legal footer on the right, if you go back to step 1, it was something that you dropped in there.
Yeah, the market snap.
It seems like there was something else when they added those 2 boxes. Okay, go forward to whatever step 2 was then. Maybe it wasn't step 1.
A local expert?
I thought it had something to do with blog or something.
Hold on. Oh, look, it has a legal footer. Okay, so I just got, no. I don't know, this is really interesting. So just out of curiosity, let's see what that does. I deleted that. But it's not letting me delete the other one. Okay, if I click into it, like I'm gonna edit. Huh. I would stay away from these sections. And here's why. Because earlier when I did this, it did something completely different. It behaved completely different, which tells me that these layout blocks are still a work in progress. And that's just my 2 cents about this. I don't know what you guys think. Let's see. Oh, so Gwen said, you do a layout. Oh, wait. Yeah, those are blocks, not widgets. I haven't decided what they're for. I believe that is how blogs are created, honestly. You do a layout, type your content in, put in your website, then you do it again and again for each blog post. These are advanced options, in my opinion. They give us a framework, and most people are 98% are doing what they need in that scope. Okay. All right. My recommendation is to stay away from the layout blocks. If you want to go in there and play with them, party on. I'm going to say don't. But I'm going to get rid of, okay, so somehow I ended up with 2 legal footers and I only need 1. So I'm going to save the landing page. And I'm saving it as a draft. So what I want you to see over here is in the status, it says draft. It doesn't give me a URL because the page is not published yet. If I go back in and I edit, I can publish the page and then it's going to give me a URL that I can use. Dun, dun, dun. So here's my URL, and you'll see it's got this big, long, meaningless title. So we're going to change the URL, and I'm going to call this Tech Cafe Market Snap and create. Now I can take this URL and publish it anywhere I want. I can send it out to people. I can put it on my social. I can do whatever I want with it. It's an active link. And just so you know, just because you publish the page, 1, it doesn't mean you can't go in and edit it. And 2, it also doesn't mean that anybody's just going to land on it, because they're not. Yes, it's a public page. Yes, it's out there on the internet somewhere. And the chances of them coming up with pages.kw.com, blah, 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 to find that page are pretty slim to none. So don't panic about publishing these pages, even if you're not ready to do it yet. Thoughts, questions? Bueller?
Sorry, I had to
Awesome,
grab my
Amy.
phone. It was on the other side of the house. I think this is also great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I think this is fantastic, Amy. Thank you.
So the other thing is, be creative when you're using landing pages, because these are a great way to provide value to your people. So if you want to create a landing page based on, using like the market numbers that Anna sends out, that she posts on our Facebook page, and say, this is what we're seeing in the market, and here are some home buying tips for this time, this economic time, or here are some listing things to take into consideration if you're thinking about listing right now, et cetera, et cetera. There's a ton of ways that you can use these landing pages as a way to connect with your people. You can, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to test this out, but I believe you can also embed these landing pages into your smart plans. So if you're creating smart plans, if you're doing custom smart plans, look into it and see if you can add in these landing pages, because I'm pretty sure you can. If you create a custom smart plan that has an email, you can embed this email, this landing page website into those emails to give people another place to go to look at whatever you've created. So think about all the different ways and kind of think outside the box of what you can use these pages for, and then how can you distribute them out.
Amy, I do have a question on something else.
Yep.
Back on the landing pages, can you click on that one? On the snapshot, I mean, sorry.
Yes.
All right, so when it pulls up those statistics,
Yep.
are those fixed or those update on a daily basis?
So that's a really good question. And Ricky, I don't have the answer to it.
Okay,
My best guess though is that they are updated on a daily basis because it's pulling stuff from MLS.
right. Have to play around with that and check and just see.
Yeah. But that's a good question for Leslie as well. So I'll write that down.
You're the best.
Then if you guys find that out, if you'll let us know, because that would be a really cool thing to just kind of shoot out in an email. Or,
Right.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like the Neighborhood Nourish though, because they're going to get that.
Right.
But maybe like cold market kind of post.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely ask her. I actually have a training with her for an hour tomorrow, just me and her.
Okay.
So that'll be a great time for me to ask her these questions.
So she does both the website. Does she also work on the app?
So Leslie Jackson is our regional tech trainer. And so when we come across things that aren't working, don't look right, broke, whatever, she's like our 911 person, right? So I can reach out to her at any time via text or email. And then in turn, she has a direct line to the developers.
So can I give you something that I noticed yesterday?
Yeah, of course.
So my husband and I are also looking for a house, so I keep using my website from a consumer side and
Okay.
playing with it from that angle. And I noticed that when I save a property, I cannot go back into it at errors. So I click favorites, and then I would go back into the favorites to pull them back up. And that's where it errors out. It just won't even let me pull. It just automatically says that it's not working.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you.
That's good to know. I'll pass that on to her for sure.
Thank you. Cool.
I know also that, as an agent, when you're sending your app out to people and they are putting properties under favorites, in theory, you should be able to see that in command, yet all you can see is all of the properties they've looked at and not just their favorites.
Yeah.
So
Cool, Amy. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah,
was
that's
it
really fun.
helpful?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. Do you guys have questions? Does anybody have any questions about anything else? Doesn't
I
have
don't.
to be about this.
I don't think so. I do want to ask just kind of everybody in general, if when you're making new and fun things, if you're comfortable with it, it would be cool to be able to go to a place just to be inspired to see how you all are using the tools. I know some people wouldn't be comfortable with it, but like Ricky, if you make a cool page, would you be okay with sharing it?
Sure, I'm fine with it.
Thank you.
My guess is that other people are going to come up with way better pages than I am, yet I'll share it.
Yeah,
The
that's
landing page for that listing will be all over Facebook this afternoon.
good. That's cool. Yeah,
And then
that's how I
Um,
operate too.
wait
But
to
and
see
then
it.
I'll do another one for my other listing probably tomorrow. I don't know that I want to back them up side by side, although maybe I do. I don't know.
Well, I've been doing one a day, sometimes two a day, on sharing what other people in the market center have been doing. And I put one in the morning and one in the afternoon, and they're getting viewings, you know, so it's just hopefully helping some traffic go. So I don't know.
Hey,
Sweet.
so here's another idea for a landing page. Are any of you guys doing virtual showings?
I've got my videography one from last week that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Now that I have a landing page that I can direct people to for that property as well.
Yeah.
I'll be doing mine tomorrow afternoon.
So create an invitation landing page to your virtual showing and put a lead capture on there so that people can sign up to attend your virtual showing.
That's awesome.
Hopefully, you know, at the end of the day, your goal is to get people to sign up. And if they do and they sign up directly through the lead capture, then your hook really here is, hey, sign up so you can get your own personal code to log into our virtual showing, or, you know, something like that. Get them to sign up so that you can then send them that personal link so that they can attend the virtual showing. Or sign up if you're going to do any giveaways or prizes or consultations or, you know, whatever. But you can definitely use landing pages as invitations as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yep. Anything else?
I'm good.
Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah, you are
Thanks to
very
everyone
welcome.
for attending.
Yeah. Thanks you guys for coming.
Oh, glad that we get to do this.
Me too. I love it.
Very much so.
Well,
All right, everyone have a great afternoon.
Yep,
Thank
you too.
you. Bye.